Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Black Ops 2 In-Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Remington 870 MCS shotgun, or as it sits in the gun list, the R-870 MCS shotgun. This is the only true pump-action shotgun in the game. The pump-action KSG shoots slugs, and it's a little bit different, but this one shoots pellets, and it shoots 8 of those pellets. Per every single time you squeeze the trigger, 8 pellets come out. In previous Call of Duty games, the amount of pellets per shotgun was variable, but in this one, all the shotguns seem to shoot 8 pellets, including the Executioner, so that's pretty standard for weapons in the game. Each one of those individual pellets is going to deal 50 damage in close quarters combat, but drop off to 10 all the way out there at its minimum damage range. And to get the total damage, you just multiply that by 8, and you'll find that it does 400 to 80 damage depending on your range, and that makes it one of the most damaging weapons in the entire game. It shoots at 80 rounds per minute, which is very slow. This is only barely faster than the KSG, very easy to oversample. You have to wait for the pump action animation to complete every time. If you shoot and then sprint, when you recover from your sprint, you will then have to pump before you can shoot. You have to pump before you shoot. Pump action shotgun makes sense. The maximum range on this shotgun is the longest of the actual shotguns. The KSG is a little different. Your maximum range is 14.5 meters. After 14.5 meters, your pellets are going to disappear into this magical void that happens in Call of Duty games where they don't do any damage at all. If you put the long barrel attachment on it, this goes up to 16.5 meters. And if you put a silencer on it, your penalty actually isn't that bad. Your silencer penalty is only going to drop it down to 13.5 meters, which is much better than average for Call of Duty games, but it does seem to do weird things with the damage profile. As I've said before, this is the highest damage shotgun, and overall it is the highest damage shotgun in the game. 400 damage per shot potential is pretty insane. Nothing can really compete with that. Using what I know about the damage and the range and the damage profile, I'm going to estimate that your maximum one-hit kill potential range is going to be at about 13 meters, and that's just assuming that you hit 8 or 7 out of 8 shots, and the damage profile and all this. Your maximum potential is going to be at about 13 meters for one-shot kills, which is the longest one-shot kill of any gun in the game, with the exception, of course, of the KSG and the sniper rifles. In practicality, because you've got some spread, because you've got some wobble, because you're going to be missing, your max one-hit kill range for practical purposes is probably going to be closer to 8 to 9 meters, kind of more in line with the TAC 45, except it'll be a one-shot kill instead of a two-shot kill. The low RPM ensures that the gun has essentially no recoil. It does kick when you shoot it, but it takes so long to cycle the RPM, it steadies back down pretty quickly. You shouldn't have to worry about recoil on this weapon. It is more accurate when you put a laser sight on it. Down there in the description, you'll see that I linked back to my shotgun guide episode where I tested with laser sight and when aim down sight. When you put a laser sight on it, it's about like steady aim, and it tightens up your hip fire box and it tightens up your pellet spread. And a tighter pellet spread means that you're more likely to hit as long as you're on target and do more damage. But it is the most accurate when you aim down sights. When you aim down sights, it's like super double, triple steady aim, and for some reason it tightens up your pellet spread into this very tight little cluster, kind of like how a real shotgun would function, and you pretty much are going to murder people at almost any range if you get the accurate aim down sights. However, that's a little bit hard to do, and it still does have a tiny bit of spread to it. If you go laser sight and aim down sight, there's no double bonus or anything like that, so just keep in mind, more accurate with the laser sight, but most accurate when you're just aiming down your sights. The reload time on this shotgun is very slow, a lot like the Executioner and some of the other shotguns. It's just one shell at a time. You crack it open, you put the shell in, next shell, next shell, next shell, close, however many you need. The opening and closing animations do take longer. Overall, if you burn through all of your ammunition and you need to go through a completely full reload, it's going to take about 5 seconds. It'll be a little faster with fast mags, but a full reload is going to take you 5 seconds. I almost never have that problem with this shotgun. I usually shoot it 2, 3, maybe 4 times, then take the time to reload it. The knife speed on this shotgun is 110%. It's a little bit faster than the pistols. As a matter of fact, it's kind of weird in this game. Almost every weapon has a faster knife speed than the pistols, and I don't really understand that, but the knife speed on this shotgun is 110%. The run speed is 100%, not a heavy weapon. There's never been a penalty for running with shotguns, so you're not seeing that here. The raise and drop times are standard for the shotgun class. It's going to take a little bit over half of a second to draw, and a little bit less than, or a little less than a half a second to put back away, raise and drop. Your aim down sights time, both in and when you release the trigger to un-aim down sights and zoom back out, is a quarter of a second. This is standard for the shotgun class, and that is modified by quick draw. The raise and drop time will be modified by fast hands. The magazine size is 8, and you can get up to 11 with extended mags, though I never found that useful. If I was going to do anything, it'd be fast hands instead of that. This weapon is best with long barrel and laser sight. I found the long barrel adds that extra couple meters of range, and with shotguns, that's a very important thing. Even though long barrel's not particularly powerful, on a shotgun I want to get every last little ounce of one-hit kill range that I can get, and the laser sight makes my hip fire wonderfully more accurate. I really like the laser sight. I would much rather have the laser sight than the long barrel if I could only choose one. The quick draw attachment is nice if I want to aim down sights and shoot people, but it's not always needed. The way you use shotguns, usually bum rushing people, flanking them, that sort of thing, and the range at which it's deadly is more or less range at which the laser sight will kill people pretty well anyway. If you want to run primary gunfighter and put quick draw on there so you can ADS and get that super accuracy and go for it, that's great if you can do it. I just didn't really find it all that necessary. This weapon is best used at close range for one-hit kills. However, for medium range, you can aim down sight for one-hit kills. This is your one-hit kill machine. This one and the KSG is a little different. This one is just the traditional shotgun. It's like the Spaz. When it comes to perks, I found that this shotgun works best with lightweight, dexterity, and toughness. In that first class, I never had a need for scavenger. I never burned through all my ammunition, and because it's a loud weapon, ghost never really helped very much. In the next one, dexterity was really nice because when paired with laser sight, it was just like sleight of hand. As soon as I'm done sprinting, I can recover and shoot somebody very, very fast, and that's what you want to do. You want to get off that first shot as fast as possible and kill them instantly. You could also probably run extreme conditioning there, or I think it might be called marathon in this game. The one where you sprint forever, very easy. In the next class, toughness was by far the most useful because it really will mess you up with this shotgun. If you're getting shot and your view kick is going all over the place and you can't get your shots off accurately because you shoot so incredibly slow, toughness is important. I've heard some people say that you reload faster with fast hands. That's incorrect. That you will pump or cycle the shotgun faster with fast hands, and that's also incorrect. I tested both of them. You don't get any sort of faster shooting from that perk, and toughness just kind of floated my boat the best here. Well guys, that's all for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something useful. If you'd like to check out my previous episode on rapid fire and how it decreases range, you can click the box on the left. And if you'd like to check out my next episode, which is going to be on the KSG, you can click the box on the right whenever that goes live. As always, I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Oh, almost forgot, the shotgun guide video with the ADS and laser sight testing, that's down there in the description. Anyway, hope you enjoyed everything. Drifter out.